Greetings and welcome back once again to Dwarf Fortress and to the food, well, it's not even the food halls, the bedrooms for the foodsmiths. That's right, all of these are now housing foodsmiths and sometimes their spouses. Oh, spouses? Is that the correct plural? Is it spice? No, that can't be right, and yet spouses somehow feels wrong. But we've also set up the stockpiles correctly, so now these boosmith workshops will take from this stockpile, which will supply the actual ingredients. These kitchens will take from this stockpile, which will provide the ingredients for food, and the kitchens will output to this one, whereas the boosmiths will, the stills will output to this one. Now, I've also gone ahead and built these walls hither in order. Ooh, what is happening? Snatcher? Protect the children. Oh, was it caught? Yes, it was caught. There's so much blood out there, it's very hard to tell. We are slowly destroying the forest here, as you can see, and very slowly setting up these traps. And once those forced traps are set up, I'm going to be removing this wall section here and placing a door there. And then we're going to continue placing more traps along this area. Not cage traps or pitfall traps or anything like that. Rockfall traps. They will be weapon traps all along there. It'll take a while. One thing I have considered is the possibility of simply moving this training ground in here. That would make sense, since then I could just allow my military to continue training whilst we're... Ooh. Finally we have found out what has been made. A silver shield? Okay, this is potentially quite awesome. A stone slayer has created a silver shield. Let's close that window and immediately open up this so we can find the new item. Wow, that's got a long name. The Wad heated the Knife of Hollows. It's worth 84,000 dwarf bucks. This is a silver shield. All crafts dwarf ship is of the highest quality. It is encircled with bands of cushion-cut heliodors, willow, single-cut sardonyxes, and oval magnetite cabochons. On the item is an image of dwarves in silver. The dwarves are labouring. The artwork relates to the foundation of Channel Star, that is Cattenvîr, by the pleated craft of the cremated furnaces in the early spring of 126. On the item is an image of sponges in alpaca wool. On the item is an image of toy boats in dog bone. Wow, an artifact silver shield. I'm not sure. Silver doesn't really stand out as a particularly hardy metal for taking knocks and bashes, but I'm sure someone will pick that up. It'll be useful to someone. One of the birds is a bit hurt there now. Ooh. Oh dear. Oh dear. It's actually on top. Everyone was like so worried. Oh no, you've breached the caverns. We're doomed. We're going to be destroyed. No. This is what I was worried about. Is something showing up here. A gigantic creature resembling a human. Almost unparalleled in size. Well, damn it all. A giantess. Okay, let's have a quick look at this. A gigantic creature resembling a human, almost unparalleled in size. She's average in... Okay, she's average in size. Her straight hair is extremely long. I guess that means she's average for a giantess. Her hair is extremely long. She has a very deep voice. Well, I guess because she's enormous. Her nose is upturned. She has a deeply recessed chin. Her head is narrow. Her ears are slightly flattened. Her hair is pale brown. Her skin is copper. Her eyes are copper. And her hands and feet are probably soon to be stained with blood. Dwarvish blood, mind you. Okay, well, that brings us to a sudden stop on our quest to set up that drowning pit for our possibly vampire, possibly innocent victim. Okay, well, I think we are going to need to set up the military. So, first and foremost... dear Lord. Right, civilians, I need you to... Let me just refresh this screen. There we go. Civilians, I want you restricted to the bunker burrow. We also want all of you guys to be at your guard stations, please. There we are. Now, good luck. Yes, we should be fine. Everyone get inside if you possibly can. We've got an enormous giant just on the edge of the screen there. Doesn't seem to be doing anything at the moment, but please get inside. Baby, baby, where are you going, baby? Why? Why you do this? Are you not in the... Oh, sod it. Well, no, actually everyone should be in it, even if they're not normally restricted to burrows. Get inside, you stupid, stupid dwarves. No, really? Child! Dog! Grab that child by the scruff of the neck and pull it inside. Oh, crap. Where have you gone? Where's the giant? Really? Don't tell me the giant got caught in a cage trap. Because if that... This is the problem with cage traps. This is why I dislike them a bit. Yeah. A cage, a willow cage, a wood cage, no less. The size that a dwarf can pull it. I mean, granted, the dwarf might be dragging it along the ground. It might be taking a lot of effort. Maybe the dwarf has got some very round rocks and just scattering them across the floor like pebbles, pulling it along a little way, gathering the rocks up, scattering some more, pulling it along a little bit more. But suffice to say, a single dwarf was able to move it from A to B in order to set this up. Now, apparently, a giantess of unfathomable size fit inside. What's more, it's unable to break its way out. I hope this really does show you why I'm kind of against using cage traps excessively. Here and there, I mean, they are actually kind of necessary. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do, damn it. I want you to be training. Let's get back over there. The issue with cage traps is they are necessary. If you want to capture live animals, you can then possibly tame. You need them. You absolutely need them. There's not any other way. I mean, if you were just looking for meat, then you can just have hunters. They will go out and they will kill the things and then bring back their corpses to the butcher. If you want to make a farm of them, if you want to actually raise them, as we've done with the ravens, it's not possible without cage traps. Well done. Giving birth to a boy. It just boggles my mind. It really does. Cage traps are very, very OP. Right, it is time that this drink brewing area be removed. Wow. That was a little bit frustrating. I was kind of looking forward to seeing how our defense is held against that, honestly, but alas, no. However, you know what? There's a lot of stuff outside, like a crazy amount of stuff. I'm also mining this area, ready to replace the walls. Hopefully, we're getting a couple of blocks being made. We've got plenty of wood in the fort now, which is very nice. We're going to have a giantess. I suppose we can sell it. We can keep the giantess. No, the giantess is going to be going into someone's. I'm sort of thinking I could stick it into the area for the dining hall, but at the same time, I kind of think, yeah. If we check out the noble quarters, Aavak is pretty unhappy at the moment. He needs a mausoleum. He doesn't have any sort of tomb at the moment, but his throne room, great bedroom. He hasn't got enough chests, or weapon racks, or armor stands. But he isn't happy with his office or his quarters. And I'm thinking, perhaps, if I put a giantess in a cage in his office, yeah, you know, that's a sign of power, I'm sure it is. You know, I've got a cage giantess in my office. That's the kind of power that I command. I'm sure it'll intimidate passing dignitaries and will allow Aavak to negotiate much better trade deals. That's what I'm hoping. Right, let's see. Do I have any armor stands? I do not. Do I have any chests, perhaps? Maybe I do. You know what? Let's put one in here. We do. I have an alder chest. In fact, yeah, we'll place a nice big chest in there. Let's... there should be a way to expand the contract. That's what we wanted to do. Now, I believe that birchen chest is probably one of the nicer ones. So let me check that. Ah, no, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to have a look at it, not place it. Silly. There we go. Alright, let's try that again, shall we? Now, there is a way to just have a look at the best quality. Now, expand contract. and I would want to V to view item. Now, how much is the dolomite coffer? It's worth 40. The granite coffer, 30. The birchen chest, 50. Dolomite coffer. Ah, okay. Right, so the plus... Right, we'll have a dolomite coffer in there. That will bring Aavak's requisite chest up to the correct number. Next, we will want armor stand and weapon rack. So how about we build some of those? We're making plenty of chests there. I would like an armor stand and also a weapon rack. Where is that? There we go. Okay, there we are. Now, let's see. This job may have been suspended because I told them to suddenly run away. Are you still working down there? My God. How long does it take to affix a gear? You've been there for ages. Let's have a quick look at you. You eating? Hungry? Drowsy? I don't know what's going on with you. General? Are you trying to eat? Can you not get up? I mean, this should be the correct kind of stair. That's a downward staircase, and this is an upward staircase. I don't understand what's going on there. I really don't. Well, hopefully you can get out of that without dying, but I'm not really sure. In any case, we're going to have to start selling some of these prisoners. I think the next non-elvish caravan we get, we're going to have to flog a couple of these prisoners. It is imperative that we do so. If only so that we can get the crates, the cages cleared out. Plus, there's really no reason for us to keep half of these things. I mean, it'd be nice to set them into some sort of gladiatorial area, but for the time being, it's not really that important. Right, we want some more burial receptacles if we can place any. There are quite a few people that we need to bury, unfortunately. Let's get these placed. There we go, and finally, there we are. Right, once those are placed, hopefully everyone will be hauled in. Let's set these up for burial. Now, they should be filled fairly quickly. I'm going to be trying to make a... oh, well done. The spiked wooden balls are complete, so that means those traps should be finished. I'm going to need to build the doors down here as a matter of priority. Do we have them? Gabbro doors. Yeah, okay. Let's use those. We'll use all of the same ones. There we are. And all I need now is for this area to be tiled properly. So let's see if we can get some dolomite tiles down. Not that I've built the wall entirely out of dolomite. Dolomite blocks, there we go. We actually have quite a few. Oh, that's quite nice. Let's head back up and start continuing to floor off this area then. Because as soon as I've got this place sorted out, then Aavak may stop being so grumpy. I don't know, it's asking for a lot, I feel, but still, I can hope. Oh, we don't have enough. Okay, well, we'll cancel that one for now. Alright then, I still can't believe we managed to trap a bloody giantess in a cave. Oh, you fools. Now, unfortunately, they constantly cannot find webs. I don't understand why that is true. I really don't understand why that is true. They keep saying they can't find a path. Which webs are they trying to get to? Because the only webs that I've seen have paths to them, otherwise we won't be able to see the things. But perhaps I need to have a little bit more of a look. Perhaps there are now webs in places that I can't see, and they're trying to access those particular webs. And there's webs over there, for example. But it looks as if they should be able to get there. Well, for the time being then, I'm going to disable making webs. I'm going to cancel that job and just leave that set up. I'll also Oh, actually, these are automatic. Oh, really? Are they all automatic? I'll suspend that job then. There we go. That will help a little bit. Now, got some animals out there, but nothing I particularly want to go and collect. I really think you should leave this area, whoever you are. Actually, I've already seen who you were. You are Pemberton. Ah, no, actually, Pemberton is doing its job. Well done. Well done, Pemberton. You're not the same person who was there before, I don't believe. Right, okay, we've got a couple more coffins now. These ones have all been assigned. Some to the dwarves who were part of a caravan, which is just as well, because you don't want angry axe dwarf ghosts wandering the halls of your fort, chopping people's limbs off. Regrettably, ghosts are not forbidden from interacting with the living, and they can do quite a lot of damage when they do. I'll also get that one across. There we are. And I think one more grave there. Perfect. Right, now hopefully they'll all be buried quickly. And soon we'll be able to get you lot inside. Let's head down. And hopefully... No, that hasn't been done yet, unfortunately. What if Jeff has made another masterpiece? Well done. Here we are getting some of the doors moved in. You know what? Let me just check out. What are these walls made of? Dolomite, dolomite, dolomite. Smooth magnetite in that case. You know what? I'm not going to worry too much. As soon as we've got a door there, I'm going to be setting up this room as the Great Hall. And then I'm going to be moving a few tables and chairs down there. Well, I'm going to have to move some tables and chairs in order to make the Great Hall a Great Hall, in order to designate it at all. Once that is done, I may be able to correct some of the terrible amount of pathing issues that we have experienced up to now. However, I noticed that there is no cabinet there, and that is not good. Let's get a cabinet built there, please. There we go. Anyone else missing a cabinet? I think we have cabinets everywhere that I can see at the very least. Okay, then what we want are some chests. We'll just get any old chest placed. I know this means that some people are going to get very high quality chests, but, well, you know, what if Jeff makes high quality chests at this point? I don't think there's any reason in preventing regular people from getting them, only if that would mean that their bedroom would be considered better than one of the bedrooms of the nobles. At that point, you do kind of want to avoid it if you can. Otherwise, the nobles get a little bit, well, they get a little bit testy. They start having a bit of a tantrum over it, the big babies. Right, where's a granite coffin? There we go. So all those people can have nice chests. Unfortunately, you guys are not going to get any other furniture for a little while. You'll just have to content yourself with the fact that you've got an enormous room compared to anyone else. Now, another idea I've been having is the possibility of setting up an enormous area over here, just literally hollowing out this whole area, because it should all be grass underneath, or sand, for example. And up there, having our... Oh, dear goodness, what on earth happened there? Really? What just happened? Who are you? Gemsmith. Well, there's blood everywhere. What on earth happened down here? Has something terrible made its way into the fort? Let me just have a quick look. No, it doesn't look like. A giant bat is no longer enraged. Zoom 2. Oh dear. I fear we may have a giant bat on the loose. And it killed a child. That's not good signs. Because this is very close to the point where things could get inside. Okay, well that's pretty bad. Lost another dwarf. Though we actually have gotten to a point, at least, that we haven't filled up all of the... yeah, there we are. Page Dino. Oh, poor old Page Dino. But we are at the point, at least, where we have put most people into, well, everyone into a tomb at this stage. One thing I would like you guys to do, though, is to go out there and claim everything. There's a lot of just random stuff outside the fort. I would like it brought in. Now, above, there we are. I had to build my way in order to... Let's do this. We'll make it out of whatever. Granite will do. In order to dig down the stairs, because they couldn't dig the stairs. Or rather, dig up into the stairs, which was a little bit frustrating, because I was under the impression they could. But for some reason, no. So, unfortunately, I had to dig in from the outside in order to allow them to dig out this area. This is going to be a crafting area. And hopefully we'll be able to get a lot of the wood and stone. At least 3 or 4 stonemasons, I think, are necessary at this point. Though ideally I would rather have the stonemasons a bit lower down. So I might just set this up as a wood workshop up here, because it's fairly close to where we'll be gathering wood from. The only exception would be wood from in the caves, which again, that could be a completely valid source of wood. So I'm not sure which one I'm going to be going with for that, but I suppose I could move... Let's see. I could move... Well, there actually isn't anything else I would really want to move. I'm happy with these being where they are right now. So, yeah, I guess it would either be the craft source workshop or the wood workshop, but I get, for the time being, I suppose I could just set it up for both stone and wood, and then just move the stone somewhere else later on. That should be okay. Now let's get rid of this one. We no longer need that. This one's still suspended, so someone should come along and build that other one there soon enough, and once they do, I can close that off. Now, the farms are, well, they're doing alright, I think. We have a reasonable amount of food. Let's check out the stocks, though. Prepared meals, 198. Yeah, we're good for that. Raw fish, 316. 333 eggs. My lord. What on earth happened? Now, one of the things that I realized with this particular fort, and the way that I was allowing people to request jobs, specific jobs that they wanted to have, is that it does interfere with the way that I usually work with burrows. For example, there are a few spouses here who aren't foodsmiths. Here we are, Mr. Chaotic is a woodsmith, and is a pretty good woodsmith. Now, Nebula Bomb is a craftsmith. Again, a fairly good craftsmith. And the issue with that is what I would typically do with burrows is if I had a food preparation burrow, then I would simply switch the roles of anyone's spouse to working in the kitchens as well, so that entire families would work in the kitchens, or they would work in the smithies. And I guess my dwarves would have a fairly strict caste system that there wouldn't be very much lateral movement in terms of people's position within the society. Born a smith, always a smith. You know, you're born to a trader, then you're going to become a trader. Born to a farmer, then you are expected to become a farmer when you grow up. But it did mean that I could have very, very tight, efficient burrows. One of the problems here is that people have, quite a few people have requested specific jobs, and so I don't feel confident changing anyone's job. So I'll just have to live with this inefficiency and possibly change the way I'm going to be doing burrows a little bit. I hadn't really anticipated this particular problem at all, but oh well, you live and learn really with that kind of thing. Perhaps in any future forts I will restrict requests for specific type of roles to, well, you can't. you can request a name and that's it, as that would make managing the fort significantly easier for me. Now let me just replace this wall. Do we have enough dolomite blocks? We should do, yes. Fantastic. And this side as well. We're actually getting a little bit further along now with replacing what we need in terms of preparing this area for to be an actual Great Hall. Now I need to place down some tiles. Now will I have enough dolomite blocks? Yes, good. And these are fungus. Now, this is a little bit of a problem because I can't easily tell what's fungus and what's a floor that I haven't smoothed. But as long as I remember that I have actually smoothed all the floors that there are to be smoothed in this area, then I should be good. But it is getting a little bit more confusing. Right, we want Gabbro doors again. And Gabbro doors there as well. Finally! Now, once I've tiled enough of this area to actually just set up a couple of benches and seats, I'll set that up, and then this whole area will be made into a great hall. Now, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that up here, but I'm not sure. I might be able to do something with this area. Maybe it'll just be a place where people can wander, but or maybe we'll just have to imagine that they make use of this area for you know, just popping up there and eating their meals in the gallery, looking down on all the merrymaking down below, where all the jesters. And in fact, I'm going to have to make a job for jester. That's right. We need some entertainment here. Bards and jesters. It is necessary for any great hall to have a bard /and/or jester, etc. But that is going to take a little while before we can do that. I need quite a bit more blocks. Though someone just brought some up. That's very nice. Now, as I was saying, I don't think I'm mining too much at the moment. Let me just go down and check. Because I did set up a place to mine for some more. Okay. Some more dolomite. I might expand this out a little bit more. Mine a lot more up the top here where there's more dolomite. Because we've got ridiculous amounts of magnetite there. But once... Now I'm going to set up, perhaps off screen, ready for the next episode. But we are going to tunnel across here and then up. I can't go any deeper because that hits the aquifer. So we're going to have a little corridor coming out here and then up. And then we're going to have an enormous cavern down here. Now that we've actually breached the caves, the sort of cave fungus spores have spread throughout the fort. So that's why we're seeing all of this fungus growing, all of these roots. There will even be trees. That is the tower cap mushrooms growing. So what I can do is I can just basically dedicate the whole top part of this fort here to our wildlife. So livestock is the word I was looking for. My wild livestock. But they'll even grow trees as well, so then we can regularly harvest from that. So it might actually work out significantly in our favor. We'll only be able to come about this far across because that's where the biome changes, and that's evidenced here where there are no trees and vegetation growing. But for about this across, it would be suitable for an enormous area that will, as it grows the cave fungus, because that will count as grass, our grazing animals can eat down there, and we could just keep all of our animals there. Plus, that brings them a little bit closer to the kitchen and obviously the butchers, which is very important for us. The alternative is to perhaps have a little corridor going up there, moving across to the side, and then having a little dip down. So it go down on stairs, come across, and then come up on the other side, and then link into this large area. And I haven't decided which I prefer. I might actually do that instead, because this is almost ready for that. I could just bring this out a little bit and then up, and then it would come over here. And that means there'd be less people pulling animals all the way down through these corridors. But which of the two paths is more efficient is really for anyone's guess. Now, we've got more children, my lord. The charcoal is finished there, which is quite nice, and we've got some stray kittens. Brilliant. But before we go, we're going to check the justice screen. All right. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We've got a craftsman as well. Oh, no. I see. That's fine. That's Webster is annoyed with the craftsmith because they didn't finish something. And with the labourer as well. Webster, you going around killing people? No. It looks like... no, the other fight is not. The other dead child isn't actually a crime, so it must not register. So it's definitely I guess that's one way of finding out that it was actual a creature attacked them, because otherwise it would have generated a crime. But that is it for this episode. So quite a lot of plans. We've finally buried everyone who is dead, which is always nice. Hopefully, one of Jeff has finished a bunch of things. Yes, it looks like one of Jeff has finished a bunch of things. So the very last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give Aavak some more stuff. Let's see. We want a weapon rack, and we'll place that about here. Wow, we've got 4. Wow, this is crazy. We've got a lot of weapon racks. We've got a very, very expensive weapon rack by the looks of it. Let's just have a quick check of that. Yeah, we'll use that one. So that should actually give him a very, very nice haul. And the armor stand, where are you? You're going to be right at the top. You know, it adds another little layer of intimidation for the purpose of negotiating the best trade deals. You know, the fact that Aavak keeps weapons close at hand. If they should disagree with his extremely generous trade offers, then he can just reach for some sort of implement of torture and just wave it around menacingly for a little bit until they acquiesce. We'll have an armor stand. In the middle of the room, perhaps? No. Let's not put it in the middle of the room. Let's put it behind. This will be some sort of ceremonial armor there. So there we go. We'll get that armor stand going in there as well. Now, let me just check on Aavak. He's... Oh, actually, no, he's happy with the dining room, so I really shouldn't do that. I should put it in the quarters. Okay. Let me cancel that then. We don't want that one placed. What we would rather is for it to be placed in the bedroom. Maybe this is his pajama stand. There we go. Now, hopefully that will stop Aavak being such a grumpy little sod. But that is it for me. I do hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope you will be joining us in the next, where hopefully we will actually be able to designate the Great Hall as the Great Hall and get everyone to move out of that tiny, tiny little space they currently hold up in. We'll see. But as I said, that is it from me, so I do hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you will be joining us for the next, as I said. But until then, and as always, do take care.